Hi there. Today I'm going to make some breakfast strata Primavera. So we're going to have some nice fresh bread, and we're going to use some beautiful vegetables. We're going to cook them a little bit ahead of time, eggs and cheese, and it's a great recipe, but the fun part is it's pretty easy to throw together, and then you soak it in the refrigerator overnight in the milk and eggs. And in the morning you bake it for a little over an hour and you have a delicious breakfast meal that's really nice and healthy. So let's get started. We're going to start by taking the fresh bread and cutting it up into like 1-inch cubes. And we're going to fill a 9x13 pan. And then we're going to set that aside and get the vegetables ready. I'll show you how. Alright. 1-inch cubes or smaller. I think that is a nice bite-sized piece, and plus it's going to soak in the eggs and milk. It'll get a little bit smaller than that. What we're really shooting for here is 8 cups of bread. Let's measure it just to be sure. It's nice if you can use a bread that is a whole grain. It's more healthy for you. It has better fiber and nutrition. Alright, this is about 4 cups. So we'll dump that in the pan, give you an idea how that looks. And we'll measure 4 more cups here. Okay, 8 cups of bread. Alright, next we're going to saute some veggies. So let's just slice up some celery, some onions. I'm just going to throw these in the pan. We just want to cut them in half, a couple slices, and quarter them up. Well, cut them into chunks. Just a quick chop in here. Add that to the pan. We're going to have a new bottle of pure avocado oil. And drizzle this around. Put this on the burner and start the saute process. Take the zucchini, nice and fresh. It's a great time of year, and I'm going to shred this. You could cut it up into slices or chunks, but I think it's nice shredded. Now the shredded zucchini I'm going to add to the bread cubes. We don't need to cook this because it'll cook long enough tomorrow morning when we're baking our casserole dish here. So let's just spread that out on top of the bread cubes. Okay. Now let's take a carrot and do the same thing. And we're going to just shred them also. Alright, we're going to take the shredded carrots and do the same thing here. We're going to top them off on the casserole dish on top of the bread cubes and the zucchini, and spread them out so that when people have a bite they get a little bit of every vegetable in their dish. Now at this point you can add whatever kind of vegetable you like. One of the veggies we like pretty much is some broccoli. So I'm just going to cut a few florets off of this head of broccoli, and I'm going to toss it into the pan with the sautéing vegetables over here. We just want tiny broccoli florets so they fit into the bite-sized pieces. Take them over and throw them in the same pan. Next up, we're going to crack 8 to 10 eggs. Now I'm using jumbo eggs here, so I have 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're using large or regular size eggs, go ahead and use 10. You can see these are pretty big. Alright. Alright, let's whisk these up. Add some seasoning if you like. We're going to use a little salt and pepper. I also like to use a little oregano. I get more of my seasoning from herbs than I do from the salt and pepper. A few red pepper flakes. A little hot spice. While I'm mixing, I'm going to add about 1/3 cup of Parmesan grated. You can see the flavor developing here. Ooh. I have the saute done here, stir fried stuff, and I'm just going to put them out here to cool because we're going to mix these together, and I don't want to mix them hot or the eggs will start to scramble. So we're going to let this sit here on the side while I finish the egg mixture. I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of mozzarella shredded cheese. Just to give you an idea, there's 1/3. So let's add another 1/3. That would be good with me. Alright, we're getting ready. We're getting ready. And then to this mixture we also add 2 cups of milk. I waited until the other mixture was pretty mixed up, because the milk is easy to add. And just stir that around a little bit. Now let's incorporate our veggies into the pan. You could choose to use a big bowl and mix all that into the eggs, but what I like to do is make sure that this casserole dish is even in, like getting some broccoli in every square, or getting some onions and some celery in every square, so that it can be spread out nicely. See? And everybody gets some of the good nutrition. Alright, now we're going to press down, poke some holes here and there, and give the milk mixture a chance to settle. Here we go. Pour it on. If you see any places that don't have all the shredded cheese spread out, then spread it out. Make it look nice and even. Everybody likes the cheese. And you can press down and you can see that the eggs are flowing across the bottom. Yeah. And it doesn't hurt to press it down a little bit. Also, because you want it to be like a bar cookie when you cut this. So this helps. And some of the parts where I see the broccoli peeking through, I'm going to top that off with a little extra mozzarella, because some of the mozzarella mixture that we had in the eggs will actually be mixed down to the bottom of the bread, so this makes it look a little nicer. Okay. Now, the real magic happens overnight. So I'm going to cover this up and seal it up so it doesn't dry out. Okay, and we're going to sit that in the refrigerator overnight. For now, it's going in the fridge, and we're going to get it out tomorrow morning, and we're going to bake it 350 degrees for 65 to 75 minutes. Breakfast Strata Primavera. See you tomorrow. Okay, here we are next morning. Just took this out of the refrigerator. Take a look here. All right. Now everything seems pretty moist. I can see the glistening milk and eggs in here. All ready to go. I turned the toaster oven on to 350 degrees. And I can hear that it is preheated. So I'm going to put it in the toaster oven for an hour. It can be in there for an hour and 15 minutes. We'll take a look at it after 60 minutes and see how it looks. It's heavy. Okay, looks like it's done and ready to take out of the oven. It looks wonderful. Look how it rose up to the above the top of the pan. Looks great. Let's take a closer look. There we go. Okay, this was an hour at 350 degrees. It looks perfect. We're going to give it a few minutes to cool off and set, and then we'll cut into it and see what it looks like inside and see what it tastes like. There we have it. It came out nice as a slice. And I do think that if you wanted to freeze these in pieces, they'd be a nice breakfast treat to open up one at a time. Alright, I'm going to taste a piece of this with all the ingredients. That's very delicious. It's moist. The veggies are well done. The veggies are cooked nicely. The flavors are going throughout the egg mixture. It's really a nice recipe. So try it sometime when you want to make a pan to share with people, or you want to put some away for an easy breakfast. Don't forget, you can add all the ingredients you would rather have. If you want different vegetables or you want to add some pre-cooked meats into this, you could. So enjoy the recipe. Thanks for watching.